like fuck. Like the last 2 cores, if that's the ones you did.
Yeah, they should. Game still run as shit though.
To be honest, single player, when you're doing that demo thing really does rely on how good your graphics, not the graphics card is, your memory and your hard drive. Do you have it on an SSD?
Yeah, but it's alone on an SSD, which has a terabyte.
A terabyte SSD? Fairly large.
Only
like
the 1 terabyte SSD only runs GTA and 5M, I guess.
yeah.
No, I think I have 5M on a different external hard drive.
Yeah, I just to find out actually how good it was, I've just turned off. I told GTA 5 not to use.
Yeah, I can see it now. So the processor for GTA is running shit high, while OBS is running more comfortable.
Yeah. So basically, what you want to do is move the screen around like as fast as possible, like change as many pixels as possible as fast as possible. So like just spin yourself around in fucking circles so that it has to work as hard as it can, and see if it maxes out the cores and starts dropping frame. If it doesn't, you might be able to even nick a bit more off of it.
Oh yeah, we're dropping frames as fuck.
Yeah, the moment you suddenly start to move the screen around a lot, that's when you know.
I'm watching back to what we just streamed, and it is pixelated as fuck. It almost looks like old school home run or something.
That's partly that NVIDIA thing, I believe. Then again, also, yeah, you're using NVIDIA to do it a little bit as well, so the graphic card, I mean. Where was your bloody channel? Perfect. There it is.
Okay. So things are looking kind of okay on my screen. We're inside a city, so 50 frames, I guess, which is just a bit odd. It's like it tells me that I have 50 to 60 frames, even above 60 frames. But that might well as be that the game still goes like it's not lagging, it's stuttering, kinda.
Have you got VSync on?
Probably.
Because you should do.
Yeah, it should be on, because when I turn it off, it just fuck. Should be able to see what I'm doing fairly in real life. Okay. So
your stream's not on, apparently.
it is. You have the wrong link, I guess.
Oh, for fuck's sake, is it like that? It's created its own video, has it?
Yeah.
Ah, damn you, YouTube.
I'll send you the new link.
I'll just go
You
to
can
your
also refresh on YouTube.
I tried that, it didn't do jack.
Okay.
Right.
So there we go.
I tried to go to the end of the video to see, you know, to get to update it, and it just ended. I was like, oh.
Try that one. Why is it? It doesn't change. What the fuck? It's supposed to change. Huh.
I'll be honest, the issue, your CPU, I think, is a little bit underpowered for doing high quality streaming in that fashion.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube recording is not so bad because you don't have to compress it actively. You can just capture the screen and stuff it on the hard drive and worry about doing that shit later. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we'll just.
Okay, so you should be able to see what I'm dealing with now, because the game is stuttering. It tells me like I get frames, but it.
What's OBS saying about drop frames?
OBS. should say no. There's no frame drop.
Okay. Go back onto GTA and move about a bit. I want to see if it's actually smooth at all on my end. Don't know what the delay is at the moment.
And delay is
Okay,
like
yeah, I can
2
see that.
seconds.
Yeah. Seems alright to me.
What does it look like?
I mean, it's a little bit on the blurry side when it's moving, but in all honesty, smooth with a little bit of blurriness is better than perfectly crisp with juddering. Because that's just horrible.
Oh, spinning around the character now. Which gives me
Yeah, there is a
almost
little-
60 frames now. But it kind of... Yeah, you see the frame drops. It's crazy.
Is it? It's OBS actually saying.
OBS
it's
is saying
dropping frames.
nothing, but on the stream it looks shitty. It looks absolutely terrible.
You should not be watching your own stream while you're doing this. I mean, it's just going to impact on it. Like, you're talking about using an extra sort of 10-20% of your CPU power just to watch the
No,
stream.
but I'm using my phone.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Tetris.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit blurry. But we can probably improve that. It depends on how whether you're using your graphics card. But also, in all honesty, unless you've got stupid amounts of power, you can't get around that well. One, two.
But I
It's
got...
skipping on the keyframe intervals. That's weird.
It is.
Maybe you just want to change the encoder. Go to the old one.
Let's try that one. A shit ton of shit's running now.
I really need to fucking get a new PC, really, in all
I need
honesty.
to-
My
I need to
CPU is
build.
old, my motherboard is old. Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's what I mean by get new.
Get a new one. Like me and Adnap is gonna build one. It's gonna be overpowered as fuck, but it's gonna take around
CPU
3
is-
years.
Cheap. The fucking motherboard is cheap. CPU is old. The RAM is mismatched and old.
Okay, so it's
Like,
settings and then change the encoder. Which one that one? Yeah, the encoder. Let's try to change that to the old and then video.
whereas like a program that just went, oh yeah, sure, I'll stream for you, might always stutter. You can't change anything to fix it. Do you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, I'm stuck with it, stutter.
Okay. So let's try now.
Quality is worse. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It's stuttering a little bit on the
Jesus
keyframes
Christ.
as well. How's your CPU look?
Stressed-ish.
How does the 2 cores that are running OBS look?
Okay, actually, it doesn't run crazy high. It's not as high as GTA, but GTA doesn't run as good as I expect. Like what I don't get, it tells me that I have like around 63 frames, but it
What, in the top left? You mean
up top
the
right.
Steam?
Yeah, the Steam tells me that the game's running perfectly, but it's not.
Are you getting a
So I
stutter?
can visually see that it's not running 60 frames, because if it was running 60 frames, it wouldn't stop for
No, but
half
I mean,
a
like,
second and then
in your
continue
own,
again.
in the game, is it doing that? Or is that just the stream?
It's in the game.
So that stuttering I'm seeing is in the game.
No, the stuttering is the stream, but where the picture kind of skips sometimes. That's from the game. Like the keyframe skipping, that's from the game. Like it skips a few frames sometimes.
But that's what I mean. You can't feel that in game, though.
I feel it in game. That's
You
what
do
I
feel that.
see. Yeah, so that's from the game. The stuttering that looks like Tetris and all of that, that's from the stream.
Yeah. So the bit rate and obviously the quality is a thing.
So the bitrate
Well, that's
too
off.
high or too low?
Not sure about this, to be honest. Add an extra core. Take away a core from OBS and add it.
Okay,
into
the bitrate is around.
GTA 5.
Okay, so why is it changed now?
because you set
oh
it
yeah,
back
since
to
I changed the encoder, then it changed the speed and everything.
yeah. So you might want to. That's probably why the quality looks like crap
that's
now.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this. Okay. But I can kind of hear the graphic card
Wearing away, yeah.
in the
Oh,
computer.
that's much better. At least from the stream, I can't see no stuttering now.
Oh, just wait. So now we've been in the same location for a while. The game doesn't have to load in anything. So 56
No, true,
frames.
but stuttering every 2 seconds like that seems more to me like the OBS was kind of almost. I don't know. That's strange. It was almost interfering with it, but it shouldn't be. Looks good still.
But just pixelated.
Yeah.
But
So
kind of good, but
I
it's
would-
pixelated. Like if you
I'd say stop it, up the bit rate, and then not any of that. Yeah. So stop it and up the bit rate.
all right, let's try it out. Bring it back up. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. Because there's a certain kind of seconds that you can stop and start a stream before it becomes its own video.
Ah. I'm just gonna look at it.
Back. Let's get in game. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, that's pixelated. Hold on.
Yeah, but you'll always get that.
Yeah, of course it's look good when it's just a
Unless
picture.
you use a massive amount of power, either on your CPU or GPU, you cannot end up with a non-blurry image.
No, well, blurry is okay, but if it looks somewhat crisp, I just don't want the pixelating, because if I want to use the footage later, it's absolutely useless.
Well, that's why you can do a record at the same time. I believe you can record lossless at the same time.
How's it looking now?
It looks pretty sweet, in all honesty.
Jesus. See me nail that jump. Alright,
The
set
odd
into this-
stutter, though.
Yeah, it started. That's in game.
Okay.
Well, the stuttering, not the hack. The skipping.
Yeah. A little skip. Doesn't seem to do it continually.
No, it happens whenever the game feels like it, to be honest.
I think it's just GTA 5 being an intense motherfucker.
It is. GTA is pretty intense. We could try to stress test it on a different game and see how it handles.
I'd say come on to 5M,
We could try 5M.
because if that's something obviously you're going to be streaming a lot, that's something you really want to set it up for, isn't it?
Yeah, I mostly make videos though, because that gives me more room to work with footage.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that a cop? Okay, so looking behind kinda... The game doesn't like that.
You suddenly have to fucking render everything. Like,
Yeah. It's like what's happening behind me. The worst thing is that in the dark parts, like dark games and stuff, it becomes super visual, all the pixelations and stuff. Because normally you can kind of ignore it by
the
dropping down
brighter
to
it is, the
24
smoother.
frames, I guess. Jesus Christ.
I'd say put it down to 48.
The game just dropped to 24 frames. Okay. Done with the game. Let's try to test it somewhere else, I guess. Could try Dark Orbit, to be honest.
Could do.
Okay, so now it's showing nothing. If we do this, it should show my screen. But which of them? They both look the same. Doesn't matter. Alright, there we go.
Well, that does.
How long is it since I've been playing? I don't know. Fuck off then.
Yes.
Try to log on to this bitch. Really?
What's that?
Okay, so I got in. Can't believe it. Okay. Why is my username? What the fuck? Inte? Why is my... What the fuck? Who changed the int? What the shit? Doesn't matter, I guess. Wait. I don't have a Dupe Flash driver? I thought I did. Fuck off.
I mean, this will always stream a lot better, that's for sure.
Yes.
Big blobs of color and stuff in comparison.
So it's blocking. Okay, let me get the fucking Flash shit.
What the hell is that? Just dropping all those frames. No, not a single one. I was just...
Yeah, fuck off. No, what is this? I don't want drive support. I want fucking Adobe Flash Drive. Fuck this shit. It literally shows me. Okay, so. Come on. Then let's do it again. Okay, so it won't let me play the game if I don't turn off ad blocker on this particular game. Shut the fuck off, this is stupid. Like, people are getting so...
That's a bit of a twat move.
Yeah, it's like... You're not allowed to do shit on our side if you don't watch ads. Turn off the ad blocker, or you won't be able to play a free game. Yeah, it's a super dick move. Oh, I got a good chip too. Okay, I got a mini map. Everything's just fucked up. Okay, so I don't like this that it calls it in three, and then your name, which is just absolutely super ugly as shit. What's other people's name? Is there other people here? That is something I absolutely hate about the game, because it changed. I think that's why I stopped playing, because they changed what your name is. Normally you can just put your name in and instant death. Jesus. You had a username, you can just type in a username and that's what was on the screen, but now it types in all this other random shit. Okay, some mission. Everything's looking fine. I'm a billionaire.
Definitely need to split these two up. Gee.
So how's this looking?
Oh wow, that's fuck. Dropping frames.
Really?
No, I'm looking at mine.
Oh. Don't. It skips. It kind of skips. It feels like it's skipping sometimes. When I go in a straight line. It doesn't on my screen. It doesn't skip on my screen.
Maybe you
Hey!
want CBR.
Hey! Cha! Yeah, they. Eating my fucking bread. Okay, if I try to move around like crazy. Oh, it looks pretty sweet actually on my stream right now. It kind of pixelated, but it kind of disappears in the background because of what else is popping on the screen. Like so much happening on the screen.
Hmm.
Wait, is that bitch one? You want to die? Bitch. Who said you can spawn behind me? So it kind of changed the weapons. Okay. Normally we couldn't zoom this much in. That's new. Some lights going on, flashing on the screen. Looks beautiful. Loads in. We got another fucking ad. This game is still looking good though. It's super fucking old. It looked pretty much the same when I started playing it. Oh. Fantastic.
Ah, that'd be nice.
Looking great. They have cancer. Space
I would
cancer.
say, if you're using the NVIDIA coding thing, put what's it called? Put the affinity back so that it doesn't matter. So like just put the affinity back to normal. Because OBS really shouldn't be using that much power if you're encoding using the graphic card.
I mean, putting the code.
Oh, jeez.
Just take it away from.
Yeah, just no, give them all the cores. So give OBS all the cores. Give GTA 5
All the cores.
5M.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're using. In which case, it would be fine right now because you just started up a new program.
If I was playing this, it would be working great. But now, like my computer, I hate when I use a lot of when I do a lot of stuff at the same time.
Yeah, it's because you've only got 4 cores.
Yeah.
Mine's actually not too bad at it because it's got 6 real cores, but they're not that fast, so they're not as fast as yours. Trying to figure out why it's stuttering.
This game is so empty now. There's like nobody in it. But then again, it's shit old. The ship is actually pretty huge. Like that, you think that you are the ship, but you're actually a person inside the ship. This thing is massive. But since you can zoom so much out, it's not. It doesn't feel like it. But I still see some pixelating though. Like the frames doesn't. It's not 60 frames. For sure.
Well,
But then
you shouldn't be streaming something like that at 60 frames, I would say, not with your power.
I'm just getting used to like good quality. I'm not used to streaming shit.
This is the thing, like, even I watch professional streamers and stuff, and they don't have much better quality than this sort of thing.
I know. We are just not there. I'm just expecting the world to work better in 2019 than it is. Because I can squeeze out 4K 60 frames on something.
Yeah, true.
And I'm getting
you're
used to
capturing that lossless, yeah?
And I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to having the ability to squeeze out amazing quality.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing, but it takes time to do that. So
yeah, and then I
when
come
comes to
back.
streaming,
I come back to the rest of the world, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's definitely stuttering.
Yeah, which is annoying.
Why? Is OBS losing frames, or does that say it's fine?
No frames lost. Everything is running perfect. The CPU is using 3.5%, 3.6. We have about 3,000 kilobyte per second.
Did you?
Stream is running solid and strong. Where's the second of it?
This is why the old Ryzen 8 core was basically like the newer Ryzen. Well, the Ryzen 8 core was just like voted one of the best value for money cores for streaming. And the Ryzens really do a good job of it, by the seems of it, without costing you too much money, of course.
I mean, it's a gaming PC.
Well,
if I want to get into something like, let's look at this thing.
I think I've got someone watching my stream now, but oh well. Right. Sorry guys, just doing some testing.
Yeah, as if you're looking at the specs on this one. As I have on the stream now, there's a Intel Core i9. It's a 9th gen 10 processors. Strength 20, but I don't know.
Fucking hell, that's going to be expensive, dude.
Yeah, it's
an i9 990X is like the top of the range. That's well over £1,000 just for that processor, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, let's put the
total. I don't know, it's not that much. I think it's about $1,000, which makes it like £600 or so.
Oh, this one is more like $4,000.
No, just for the core.
Oh yeah, the computer itself. If you look at this one.
Yeah.
It's a Predator one, which has bad reviews as well.
Yeah, I'd never buy a PC in one piece, that's for sure.
No,
it's got an RTX Oh no, it's got an RTX. Yeah, fuck me. This is just.
Yeah, it has everything, but
It's just throw all the shit at it, but you don't necessarily need it. Do you know what I mean?
no.
Like,
But if you see this thing,
it looks sweet, but then again, you could buy the box itself and then
yeah.
put some stuff in it.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's put it to British pound, I guess. Yeah.
Hold up.
So that's the price.
Have a look quick.
Let's see. British pound. Okay, let's put it from. It's got to be from Norwegian to British. Where is it? Norwegian to. Let's see. British pound. Yeah, about 4,391 pound.
Where's it saying this?
Was it what?
Where's the price?
The price is
£4,000.
4,300.
4 fucking grand, dude. Jesus Christ.
That's because of the like you buy it in Norway, you pay like the double half of this price is what it costs outside of Norway, just because they
order it from England or Europe or something and then just
Yeah.
have it sent there. Yeah, fuck too right. I actually offered to do that to someone a while ago. I was showing them like my local computer shop and he was like, that's like it was like 30% less for
it's
everything. And I was
cheaper.
like, I could just buy you it and send it to you and it would cost you a
cheaper
lot
to
less.
go. Yeah, you could do it, but it would be cheaper for me to actually go on vacation in Britain, buying the same
Yeah.
computer, buying all the specs, getting
Yeah.
it sent home, and travel home.
Yeah, that's true.
Like fucking Norwegians are crazy. This is one of our best shops as well. Like this is, of course, they're getting a lot of money. Like
Yeah, I'll have a look at this site.
so here we can buy like whatever I want.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that site. Actually, it might be novotech.co.uk. Why didn't that? Probably stop streaming as well.
It doesn't matter. It's a test. All right. Here now. Servers, workstation, desktops. Pretty boring. So
What's
go
this?
to components, I guess.
Oh, I'm a little bit behind on the stream for some reason.
On my stream, it shouldn't be. 2 seconds.
Boring? Mate, computer shops are kind of meant to be boring.
No. No.
Dude, the actual shop, this actual shop, has a fucking full race car setup and everything just in the shop. Like, you can just fuck around and play games in there. It's cool. They used to have like a whole TV set up in there, like surround sound. You could just go into a room and just sit and watch a whole film. They never used to stop you. It was good fun. Like, oh, I'm not playing. I wonder why it's going on.
No, that's not Poover.
Yeah, so go to CPUs. Or maybe you could even just look at the full builds that Novotech sell, because they're pretty good price. Because this is like a local small company, you know.
Is it desktops or?
Everything.
But
Novotech is like a
Where do I
full-
click on shit?
Oh, desktop PCs, yeah. If you would just want an entire build. So like you got desktops, workstations, stuff like that.
But you could also
Yes.
like you see the
Desktop.
price is way down. So you could basically, if I made a list, you could talk to them and get it sent, and I could pay.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, don't ever think I will buy anything from Norway again. Looks like we got the iPhone 11 Pro already.
just scroll right to the bottom of this. All the way down.
Oh, sweet ass computers. So it's the best one at the bottom, or
I'm imagining the best ones at the bottom.
Hydro Ambush?
But they do.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do
There
like.
you go. 4 grand. Same shit.
Well, depends on what's in it. Have a look what's in it.
Yeah, it's on here.
I'm a little bit behind for some
Yeah,
reason.
9th generation Core i9 900K.
True, but it also comes with a fucking SSD 500 gigabyte NVMe. It's got
Shit.
4
ton of RAM.
terabyte
Jesus
hard drive
Christ.
in it. Yeah, like it's got 30. It's the same
It's the same price of a fucking car.
same as your other one.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
This has got an RTX Ti Gaming Pro. I think that's a slight bit better than the other one got in it. But it's basically the same sort of thing, but at the same time,
fuck? They selling gaming clothes? Why?
but
Why?
that's an i9, isn't it? It's like, to be honest, the i9 is just something I
would never buy something for game like I'm gonna game tonight. I better get my gaming clothes on. Gotta have the gaming cap and the gaming T-shirt. You know, got a breeding. You know, need my bag. Need my Zelda bag, of course, and my Zelda socks. Super important. And when it's Christmas, you need the PlayStation Christmas sweater, of course. And you need a wallet. Looks like a fucking Game Boy. Jesus Christ, could you be more geeky?
Well, that's actually gone down a reasonable amount. I think Intel might have realized they have to drop their fucking prices to compete with AMD.
But if I go to who I'm buying from, which they are best. Okay, guess go gaming.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Like, listen to this, buddy. Right. So for £501, you can get the i9 you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
For £560, you can get a Ryzen 9 with 12 cores.
Jesus Christ.
12, not 8. So for an extra, not even 10%, you're getting 50% extra, basically. And this is something I would say was worth buying. Fuck the i9, buy a 12 core.
Okay, let's say, is it processor, the core?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So i9, and then let's see
Compare the i9 to the Ryzen 9, basically.
Ryzen 5, what is it? Let's see, I think I can click it. Let's see.
See, the Ryzen
It
7...
only goes to 9 on this page, though, so... Icon on the Extreme Edition, what the fuck? Yeah, so that's like the price of a used car.
For what?
For a core, like i9 Extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, easily.
You can build a computer or you can start a company. Like,
yeah, because that's an 18-core 36 thread. All right. Go to search for
18.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, but how much is that? So 21,000. Okay, so go to
25,000 Norwegian, which is around.
Yeah, that does. Either way, we're just working with the numbers.
2 grand.
Right? So
2 grand.
go to processors again and go to Ryzen.
Okay, so here.
I don't know. So yeah, 18-core 32.
Shush. Fucking cats. Like, I'm yelling at them and then she just shows me your ass and like, oh yeah,
Maybe just search for Ryzen. It might be an easy way of doing it. Yeah, cats love that.
Yeah, like, they pretend like I'm getting away just to make you happy, and then they just, I'm just gonna keep standing on your desk.
Yeah.
Not giving a fuck. What do you
But
call
no,
it?
use the search bar at the
Ryzen?
top. Yeah. Yeah. RYZEN.
Is it R?
Oh, you're on this website now, are you?
That's a race. A race. Wait. Doesn't matter. It's probably.
Oh, I
the
know. It
same.
would be the.
Okay, so it's here somewhere. Show them all. Okay, Ryzen. Which of them?
The Threadripper.
Threadripper. Same price, pretty much.
Ah, yes, but look at the specs.
Jesus Christ.
How many cores has that fucker got?
Oh my god. Look at the fucking boxes. I guess you pay shit ton just for the box.
Yeah, the box is made of mostly polystyrene though, by the looks of it. Like I've seen people
It
unbox
looks
it.
like some, almost like Superman smashes through your roof just to give you some kryptonite. It just,
Yeah, so that's actually slightly cheaper, all right, than the i9.
Compared to the specs, it's way better. Same price.
Exactly, same price, way better. So that's the thing with the AMD.
But then you have
what they've
to
managed
then
do.
you have to build the rest of the components.
True, but that's going to cost
From
you no
that
more
part.
than anything else.
So you go back to PC components,
Mm.
and then I can kind of choose which from where stuff.
I'm
is.
just saying,
AEM?
if you go for Ryzen, you get more money, you get more bang for your buck,
All right.
without a
so-
doubt at the moment. Whereas if you've got tons of money to spend, go for the fucking AMD. The Intel, sorry. That's the way I look at
Is
it.
it AMD or is it Ryzen?
Well, it's Ryzen, it's AMD Ryzen processor.
Okay, so AMD basically. So here's the components you can choose, and then I can choose what kind of components I want, like graphic cards. AMD
Yeah.
graphic cards.
Well, you don't. AMD graphics cards aren't as good as their processors at the moment. AMD graphics cards are like a nice budget. If you want to spend as minimal as possible and get as much money as much as possible, then you go Ryzen. But the top end Ryzen graphics cards don't compare to Nvidia top end graphic cards. Not for playing
We
games.
should just get the Titan then. Oh my god.
1080 Ti is more than enough for most people, I think. Eh?
Yeah. Agree with you there.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking expensive. I can get 2 cars for that price. Are you done breaking
like-
shit?
Things like that AMD Radeon Pro, that's not for gaming, and the Titan's not really for gaming either.
Like
It's got
sometimes-
24
I wish
gigabyte.
Wish I could just like call like Linus Tech Tips and just like build me a fucking gaming computer because they know what the shit they're doing.
Yeah, but he would just literally give you all the most expensive parts. Like,
For sure.
but then again, it's like,
But
you
they
know,
build shit on budget too, like
Oh,
working shit.
I've never once seen them build something I would say is a good budget build. Like they've fully become disconnected from people with low budgets. I think like they've got way too much
Dude,
money and
Look at this
processors and shit flying around everywhere.
thing. Look at this thing.
PNY Quattro. Yeah, that is a
A VR ready. Yeah, that thing that goes for
See, that's what they call a workstation graphics card. It's not for playing games.
workstation. Like who the fuck pays 100?
Someone whose money and life depends on it. Like if your job depends on your graphics card being as fast as possible and needing a buttload of RAM to say edit a massive image or a massive video, that's the sort of stuff you buy.
It's
Whereas if you just
10
want to play a
grand.
game,
It's 10
yeah,
grand
exactly. Yeah,
of Great British Pound.
Yep.
Imagine having enough money to
but I've
build
seen
a
them
computer
tested.
like this. Like
I've seen them tested, and they don't run games any faster than a
no,
£500 graphics card. Because that's not what they're for, right?
Games can only run so and so much.
Yeah.
Like there's no game that is advanced enough that needs this much. It doesn't need this much.
It's not that it
Because
doesn't need it. It's that what they've got extra isn't something the game needs. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not designed for it. It's not what it's built to do. It can do it, but it's not built to do it. It's like you can go to the shops in a Ferrari, but
Oh, yeah.
you don't need to go. You're not going to need ever to go 200 mile per hour to the shops, are you?
Yeah, I get it. Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah, it's funny the price differences and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Craziness.
insane.
I would say 1080p Ti or 1080 Ti as a graphics card. A Ryzen 9 CPU.
Now things gets better. So if
It
you
depends
if,
on your budget. Like,
if I want to go with something more expensive, like hype it up. Let's say something like this, like
yeah, DDR4. That's going to be the same no matter what you get. That
yeah,
RAM
so
is going to be the same no matter what.
back this page, and then you need like power and everything. Like it's insane.
Yeah. Well, this is it. The power box, the box you put it in, the RAM, the hard drives, they're all exactly the same. The only difference
This
when
one
you
has
get
fuses.
as what?
That's cool. Like I saw there's a box that electrical box that even has like a fuse that you can change if the power, like if there's some overpower shit that
Oh yeah, so they got
If
their
it-
own built-in little fuse. Yeah, so
so
they
you can
put they
replace
can
them.
cope
It's
with,
just like a car. You just take them out
yeah.
and
But that
replace
they're,
it with
they're more
something
the
that works.
high-tech ones, so they can
Instead of
they can
breaking
cope
your
with
computer and shit,
surges.
the fuse
Yeah.
just goes nuts.
Yeah, they're designed to cope with surges in places with a lot of like lightning strikes and
Yeah.
weird electrical problems.
There's some new shit going on. What's this? The process, yeah. So this is what I like. A lot of good shit. A lot of good budget shit.
Yeah, like Novatech do some incredibly good budget stuff. There's no doubt about that. And not only that, Novatech, over the years, I've asked them as well, like to confirm this. Like, if they start to sell something, they get too many returns from and complaints, they'll just instantly stop selling it. They're just like, this is not worth it. Gone.
That doesn't make sense.
Because they've got quite a small, a team. So like, it's quite easy for them to decide what they do and don't sell.
Thinking about the what was it?
Yeah, when it comes to the processor, it really is just you either spend, if you spend £600 on a processor, you can get 12 core Ryzen, or you can get an 8 core i9. That's basically the way you look at it. Do you want 12 cores for £500, or do you want 8 cores for £500? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I would say 12 sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking into, like, if I win the lawsuit that I have like a shit ton of lawsuits right now. I'm not going into
yeah.
details.
Fair enough.
But if I win some of them, I'm definitely building a high-end fucking computer. Not with
Yeah.
Norwegian parts. It's definitely gonna be something else. I'm gonna because I know I can get the same specs for a different price. It doesn't matter which country it comes from.
Yeah, like
It's as long as it
CPU is
is
a CPU.
legit and it comes from the people that made it.
yeah, exactly. CPU is CPU. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, but in Norway it does matter because the state wants as much as possible. So let's say
Yeah.
you can buy your dream car outside of the country, but if you want it inside the country, you can basically buy another car. You can buy your dream car 5 times in the country you brought it from before you can get it road legal inside Norway, which is the toll. You can't get it past the border unless you pay the state twice the price the car is worth. Like if I want a motorcycle, I buy it in Sweden. I can't just take it to Norway.
Yeah, but you can get around that quite easily. They just by you send the money to someone, they send you the thing.
Well, I can get it over the border, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah,
like the Norwegian-Swedish border is non-accepted. There's some roads where you go to a checkpoint.
I mean, just like post.
Basically, we can pass the border in the woods. It's nothing. It's not a border.
I just mean like by post. Like, well, you send something to someone, then
yeah,
it's post.
They can pass it. That's insane. In Norway, it's everything gets X-rated. There's a lot of paperwork, and it takes. If I want to send a letter to my neighbor, it goes down to like the main city, and then it has to go through a process where it gets not checked, but it's just like it goes to a different city instead of to a post office, and then the post office just sends it to my neighbor.
Yeah, but
It
if
literally
it's
has
like,
to travel to the fucking what's it called? The capital state.
but if I send something, if someone sends something in from outside the country,
It has to go
yeah,
through
they
a
might.
toll.
Yeah, but if it's unless it's a purchase, this is a business purchase. They can't tax that. If I'm giving you something in the post, they can't tax that.
No.
Like,
They can open it and ask you for it.
yeah, like what's this? Like, oh, it's something my friend's sending to me.
Yeah.
And then they can
and-
be like, okay,
and
here's
if you send me a motorcycle in bits and pieces.
yeah.
I-
Like, they can't do anything to stop
No,
it.
they can't do anything about that. But if they see that it's going to be a working motorcycle, and I will need papers to get it road legal.
Oh yeah, of course.
And everything
But,
that.
like,
But when you
but
ask
it's a
for
graphics card
yeah, but
or the processor.
yeah, that works fine. That won't
That would
be
be
a problem.
fine, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that won't be a problem at all.
So yeah, getting it sent in shouldn't be too much of an issue.
No, but it's just vehicles in general. It's everything that the state can earn on, they will.
The thing is, as well, I was just thinking, like, the other problem is like, I could send you something and there's no issue. But if Novatech sent you something, because they know the rules and the laws and the taxes, they'd have to charge you the tax that they would charge you and then send that off,
Yeah.
sort of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Fucking fucked up.
yeah.
Fucking money.
I wouldn't mind tax if you just felt like you got what you paid for out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes it just feels like you. Ugh.
like how much of the think about
How much do
everything
you get
everyone
back?
ever earns is like 30%. All of it all goes to the government eventually
Yeah, and then you
on
get
everything you buy and
paid.
fuel and
Like,
yeah.
So someone said to me, like, I pay my taxes even though I get my welfare checks. Like,
Yeah,
because
like
they take it away before I get paid.
because they decided that instead of nulling that, they just carry on because they say, "Oh, you're earning money still." They say, "Yeah, but you're giving me the money." It's like, "Ah, no, but you're earning money." It's like, "Yeah, fucking hell."
But there's no different.
Exactly, it's just a petty, stupid system, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I guess it's to feel like you be given what you give back. And
It's also
the only one that earns on it is the state, because they somewhat earns. They find a rhythm to earn that. So, but I made I told, it was on Reddit or something, and somebody said like, welfare check, like you paying your taxes with money purely given to you by the state, paying taxes my ass. And I was like, explain to me this, like if you work for a company, you get paid by that company get paid money, that company gets money from the state, that all the money comes from the state. Let's say it perhaps that way. So you working there,
so the
like
state give you money.
If you work for the government, if you work for, let's say, an office that is associated with the state, so the state gives that office money to pay to the worker, and then you take that money that you get from the state, you go home, and you pay it back to the state.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Why not just pay you 20% less and say you don't have to pay your income tax?
Yes, but that's what welfare gives. Like they give you, they say what you like. Let's say you get $1,000, like $1,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
$1,000 in welfare, and then they say you should be given 1,200, but we take 200 off your price.
Yeah.
To pay for
and
your
now
taxes.
you don't have to worry
And
about
then,
the taxes.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about the responsibility to pay the taxes, so you don't end up in problems.
And on top of that, we don't have to worry about the paperwork.
Exactly. Like, there's no difference
logic.
between people that is working and people that is on welfare.
There's no logic in the system.
And
the system is just built on old
is
crap.
only built to benefit the state.
Yeah, it's crazy. We need a technocracy. I think it's called a technocracy anyway.
Yeah.
Is it technocracy? Yeah, technocracy. But I think it's not. A technocracy is very similar to a democracy in that you still vote for things,
Yeah.
but the voting is all based on how much experience people have. So like you couldn't become a prime minister, or you couldn't become, say, head of, industry if you have no experience in fucking industry.
Let me show you something. This is a TV, radio, everything channel. Like this is a broadcasting channel, like BBC or something. Like this is a people, right? They make news. They have TV channel, like all channels, and they broadcast a lot of stuff, and become a TV channel, which is number one on in Norway.
Yeah.
And they came up with like a license. So if you have a TV, a DVD player, or a monitor that have the ability to show their channel, you have to pay around, I think it was £200 a month.
A month, Jesus
a
Christ.
month,
Yeah,
because
we've
you
got
have
that sort of thing in this
because you
country as
have
well.
the ability to use
Yeah.
their channel, not because you're using the channel, because you have the ability. So when we buying TVs here in Norway, like if one in your family pays this license, you will buy she or he will buy the TV.
Do you know what? Yeah, I know what you mean. It's the exact
So
same
you
over
don't
here.
have.
Yeah.
So like I
Yeah.
did a mistake. I bought myself a TV, and then I got a giant ass fine in the mail, and it says you have to buy a license. You have a electronic device that have the ability to show our shit, and that's
it
why
reminds me
you
of,
have. And we don't have ads on our shit. That's why you have to pay us for the ads that we could have
yeah, so
shown you.
it's no different to the BBC. That's what we call
No.
the TV license, like BBC
Yeah.
TV license.
So I sent them a mail back, and I said, I understand it like this way, that you have a smartphone or a computer, which means that you have the ability to watch my
Ability,
YouTube
yeah.
channel, which means that you have to pay me the amount of money that I could have been given by all of your employers watching my channel. Basically stating the same
because all of your
argument back
employees
to them, and
have
we're
the
really
same,
arguing.
have the ability. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm arguing back to them with the same arguments that they give to us. And they're like, they're a super big company. They've been doing this for before I was
Yeah.
born, and shit years older than that. And I'm
Yeah, they're
arguing with
bastards.
them, and I'm saying like, that's not happening. I'm not paying a fucking shit. It doesn't make sense, because I have the ability to watch your channel without ads. Doesn't mean that I have to pay you for the ads that I'm not watching. I'm not even watching your channel and shit.
Stupid channel, yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing there that is interesting to watching anyway. It's like old people shows. Like people put it on the TV and it's like, oh.
Well, here's what I would.
they?"
Here's a good response. What you could say to them is say, okay, well, can you buy a TV that cannot view their channel? Because if you can, you'll be like, okay, point me in the direction where there's a TV that cannot view your channel, and I'll go get that one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly. But then the company doesn't tell you. They just sell you a TV. They don't ask you. It is the first time you're buying a TV. Like a 18-year-old boy buying a 4K TV, gaming TV or whatever, because he wants to game on it and have some fucking quality. And the store doesn't even inform you that you're gonna get a giant ass fine in the mail if your mom is not the name holder of the TV. So when I argued with them,
I had a guy come round once about TV.
and one employer from the company I showed you, actually took off my case and said, fair point. But according to the rules, like, but no fucking way.
Right. Okay. So this is it.
So basically, I sold my TV to a family friend, but I still own the TV. It's like on the paper it's sold, but I have the TV.
Yeah. You have the TV, but it's not yours.
Yeah, basically. And that's how
Yeah.
you get away from paying that
And
shit.
they've already paid their license, so therefore, bam, yeah. Although BBC actually say that for every TV you have in your house, you should pay a TV license for.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's bullshit, exactly. And years ago, because I remember, was it an enforced BBC? And it was. I've just sort of remembered exactly what happened now. It's like they sent me a letter. They sent me a letter that said, you should be paying your TV license. And I sent them one back saying, I don't have anything that... I don't
have a
watch
TV.
your... I don't watch your TV stuff anymore. Like, I don't watch BBC. And B, the only TV I watch that's from the BBC is occasionally on like the after view stuff, which in their own rules you don't have to pay for. Like, and they were just like, no, you have to pay this, la 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 la, and they were like, okay, and I ignored them for a little while, right? And then they've got enforcers that basically come around and say, you haven't paid your TV license. We've got it on record that, you know, like, we think that you've got a TV. We want to see in your see in your house. Now, you can refuse to let them in, of course, but then they could, you know, go further down the line and press that. And at that point, but I was just like, come in you come. It was okay. I was like, in you come. I showed him my computer. I was like, there is my computer. There is the TV, like wedged in the corner. I was like, I have not turned that thing on for friggin' ages. And he's like, but you can watch it on your PC. I was like, yeah, but can you prove I've watched it on my PC? So I don't anyway. And he was like, all right, fine. So he literally wrote me out a letter, and he was just like, okay, you will not get any more letters. And I haven't for like 5 years.
Yeah, because you won that case.
Yeah.
Like, basically the same shit happened to me, and they state in the letter, they try to threat you, which saying like, if the company suspect that you have a TV and you're saying you sold it, we have the rights to investigate, as they put it nicely. And that means trespassing, peeking into my windows, which is stalking, entering my building without my consent, which is entering and what is it called? Breaking in and entering.
There's a couple of different things in this country.
And also all of this shit, like in Norway, we have a shit ton of rules. We have such a big book of rules that before you finish the 5th page, you already broken 6 of the rules. Not even kidding. You have so many rules that it's impossible to not break them. Like me talking to somebody outside of the country about politics. No, that's illegal. If you put it that way. Having a discussion with someone is illegal. Talking negativity with a negative tone to another human being, and that human being being what's it called, upset and
yeah, I always say to people, you have just as much right to tell me to fuck off as I have the right to tell you to fuck off.
Basically. Yeah, but if you told me to fuck off, if you were here in Norway and you told me to fuck off, I can go to the police.
You offended me. Oh my god.
Showing the rules saying that I can sue you for offending me, and you are obligated by law.
They definitely
to
need
pay a
to
fine,
have like someone big
to pay a fine
like,
to the state.
He looked at me funny. He offended me.
Yes.
And tried to take someone to court. And at that point, they would just be like, well,
But stating the rule, if you're there with the book, the court have to follow the rules.
But at that point, it would sort of like be one of them really grey areas. Would the court sue someone for looking at someone if someone found it offensive?
Yes.
Because then they'd be like, well, Christ, we can't rule this. We can't rule that looking at someone's offensive because that's just ridiculous. Like
the harshest punishment you can get in Norway is 24 years in jail.
Stupid,
we have a terrorist that killed over 100 people, blew up 2 buildings. Like, he blew up 2 buildings in the city, like politic building. Then he drove 1.5 hours to a camp, and he posted as a police officer, went over to the island, informed that that terrorist attack in the citadel, and then he picks up a gun and starts shooting all the kids.
Jesus.
Literally, dead blank shooting people, entering buildings, shooting to everybody is dead. And guess what? Police not doing shit because they're all busy. They're all busy in the city. Oh, building blew up. Oh, and then 100 teens call all their parents and the police, basically asking for the military. There's somebody shooting us, and the police like, oh no, we have to take care of this building that blew up. I find it offensive, like how my country always bragging about our great military, always protecting us and the country, and when a terrorist literally shoots up a whole island of teens that is going to be the future of
they
politics,
ain't there, yeah.
And the military doesn't even interfere. That's where I'd cross the line. It's like, I'm not joining the military. Fuck that.
Yeah.
If there's a war in Norway,
least
and if
England
there's
has a
a war,
reasonable
if
armed
there's a war
response to
coming to Norway, I'm out of here. Fuck this. I'm
So
not
at
staying.
least England has a reasonable armed response unit now, like in most places.
Like if something happens, something bad enough happens in the country, every reinforcement should interfere. If the police can't handle it, the military should fucking interfere.
Yeah, too right. I mean, a good few occasions
you
in
can
England,
read about this. Like there was a
military has been used
camping
to-
spot outside the island, and the police, like the people asked, like, you can have my boat, go, save the kids. And it's like, no, we already have a rubber dinghy coming from Oslo. It's like, what the fuck, man? And people was told to stay out of it and not interfere. It's like, people, fuck that.
It's like,
I'm saving
if that
someone.
was the fucking Wild West, that dude would have just been punched in the fucking face and hung and strung up. It's just like, you're a useless human being. Die, because now we are better off without you. It's like,
Basically.
sometimes I wish the world was a bit more like that.
That would be fun, though.
All the
but
sensible, smart people would just be like, you know what? We've had enough of all these fucking morons. Let's just round them all up and slaughter them. And they can't stop us because we're the fucking smart ones. We can figure out how to do it.
Yeah, but people should just be allowed to do whatever they want. Like in Norway, you can't even drive a dirt bike on your own property because it's
Yeah,
not
see,
a
that's
road
bullshit.
legal vehicle. It's like,
You see, in England,
I'm not
that
on
is...
the road. I'm not on the road. I'm on my property in the middle of the woods, somewhere no one can see or hear or interfere with me.
Yeah. There
And
is
it's
at
like,
least
it's
nice
not
about
road
that.
legal. You can't drive it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in UK, it's like, well, if it's not a road, then it doesn't need to be road legal. And
Exactly.
at that point, the only offence you're doing is if you don't have permission to be on someone's land, you're trespassing. And you're also damaging their land with whatever motorbike you're riding around, obviously.
Yeah. But
So
your
at
own
that point, it's like, if that
private
guy says you can
property-
ride around in that field, there is nothing the police can do to stop.
Also, they can't catch you if you're off-roading, basically.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen police like let me loan, get me a fucking chopper, get me a dirt bike. I'm gonna get these guys for having fun.
Yeah.
It's like nobody gives a fuck. It's like if they catch you, they can be a dick and write you a ticket. But
Yeah. But this is it. Like, put it this way. To find this way, funny. Like, I got fined for like cycling on a pavement at like 2 miles per hour. Right, £85 I got fucking fined for cycling. Not even cycling on a pavement. Like you're like pushing myself along almost. You know, like barely moving.
yeah.
And not only that.
But what's
Only
the
like a
sign?
matter of months later, that path became a cycle path, and it's massively wide. So it's like, that's just bullshit. And not only that, when I got raided for fucking cannabis, they thought I was a major drug dealer, and they were really pissed off when they couldn't find the cocaine.
I hear that's a problem in Britain.
Yeah, but
Cannabis, like people just raiding the houses. But oh, this smells a bit funny here. Yeah, I haven't showered in a
oh
week.
shit, yeah, like they definitely don't do it unless they think you're a dealer. Like if your house smells a bit of weed, they're just like, fuck it, whatever. But if they think you're a dealer, they'll raid.
But yeah, because that's
They
you know,
came in, of course, right? And they
like
did
if
two
you use it
fucking-
personally, that's fine. But if you deal, oh fuck, we're gonna fuck you up.
Here's the funniest thing, and I should have actually said this in court. Like I should have mentioned it to him. If now I would have the balls to do it. I'd stand up there and just be like, "Oh, by the way, Your Honor, like
Yeah.
the officer pulled out a bag of small, like what would be deemed as explosives, like gunpowder type thing that I'd derived from fireworks. You know, I'd grind it out of fireworks." He said, "Now, obviously, I'm allowed to have this, and this is within the rules of the law and everything. And your officer found this white bag of powder, brought it to me thinking it was cocaine or speed or some sort of drug. I promptly informed him that he was holding a bag of explosives." Which he then promptly
that makes the
washed
case any better.
Yeah, yeah. And you should have seen the look on his face. This look of glee of, haha, we've got the fucker. And he walked in and just looked at him with a casual look on my face and just went, "That's just gunpowder, mate." He sort of looked and sort of held it further away from him as if it was just going to spontaneously explode in his hand. It was like, I'm going to wash this down the sink. I was like, "Don't wash it down the sink. That's quite expensive, you bugger." I was like, "I'm not allowed to have that."
Have you seen?
Like-
Have you seen the guy?
At that point, I should have said, "By the way, if that was cocaine, your officer just washed like
If that was cocaine,
if that was
trust me,
cocaine,
it
he
wouldn't
just washed
be in the
the
bag
evidence." Yeah, he's just washed all the evidence down the sink. I said, "Your Honor, that was a stupid move."
have you
That
seen
should
the
have been
guy?
taken as-
What's the name of the guy that absolutely nails the scammers and stuff? I don't know. Some British
I
guy.
know the one you mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I know the one you mean.
and
Does
he's
all the
talking
VMs
he's
and
talking
everything,
about
doesn't he?
living in a flat with a female. Um, she lives there, right? And then he starts going absolutely nuts with rubber
But you're
ducks.
still streaming, by the way.
I know. It turns into a talk show.
No, fine.
Basically, so he talks about the like he's going nuts with rubber ducks. Like he bought one rubber duck because he got one space in the bathroom. That I don't know, yeah, where he can have his stuff, and he doesn't have much stuff. So and she have a lot of stuff. So he just buying rubber ducks and put them all over the place, and then he continues buying rubber ducks, and he just fills up the whole bathroom with rubber ducks, and then. She sent him a message. She's like, "We have to talk," and he's like, "Is it about the ducks?" And she said, "Yes." What about them? They're creepy. And then he started like doing creepy stuff, like making them meetings and innovations and creating small scenes in the bathroom. So every time she goes to the bathroom, it's like ducks having different meetings,
Like
and
having a fight or something, like in the
Yes.
bathroom, yeah.
yes, and like a war coming out of the sinkhole and stuff like that. And it just goes absolutely nuts. And then
Put one in the fridge. That's definitely one thing I'd
yeah,
do.
pretty much. And then and yeah, she said we have to have a talk. He said, "Is it about the ducks?" And he's like, "Yes, it's about the ducks." Well, can I at least have one? And she said, "Yes, you can have one because you have to get rid of the other one." Like, and she said, "You can have one." And then he gets a massive duck that takes the whole bathroom. And she
I
goes,
think, to be honest,
she
at
goes
that
like,
point,
"Oh my god."
if I was married to someone who was complaining about that and I was doing crazy shit, like I'd be like, look, honestly, like if this is
They're
gonna
not
bother
married.
you,
They're
you
just
married the wrong person.
they're
like,
not married. They just live inside the same flat. It's like
Oh, I see. Well, that's different. Yeah.
yeah. So he doesn't know her that much. He just lives there.
Yeah.
And so as he said after that, so she said you have to clean up. My mother's coming over, and he's like, well, I just bought like 4 kilos of what's it called wheat, like
Yeah.
white powder, right? And then
Oh.
yeah, it's what you make bread of.
Oh.
Wheat.
Flour.
Wheat. Whatever.
Yeah, wheat, but wheat ground wheat is flour. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then
So he bought
he's buying a lot of this shit, right? And he doesn't know. Like she like don't make a mess. She says, well, it's already open all the bags. It's like, why would you open all the bags? I don't know. We would have checked them out. And he's like, don't make a mess. My mother's coming over, right? So he's out of the house when the mother comes out, and he have taken shit ton of plastic bags and made it look like a cocaine flat. It's like put all the wheat inside plastic bags and make it look like they were dealing extremely a lot of cocaine. And she walks in with her mother-in-law, seeing shit ton of cocaine in the apartment. It's just wheat. And after that, he got thrown out. Pretty much. It's like, if I can find the fucking guy, I would send you the video.
Christ, if I was like, if that was my house and someone started like buying like bags of cocaine and things like that, all I would do is be like, explain that to my mum quite casually and be like, this is just flour, he's being a knobhead. But like, like, it's just being a pain, you know
James
what I mean?
Lynch,
That evening,
I
I would
found
take
it.
all
You
that
have to-
flour.
Hi guys.
Listen,
You have to watch it. I found
I'd
him.
take all that flour, every bag of flour, wait till
I
he
got
was
into
dead
quite a bit of
asleep,
trouble
and then just
recently.
casually pour it on top of him on his bed. When he wakes up, he's just like in a fucking mess of flour. Yeah.
Oh my
And then
God.
when he gets out, like, you're cleaning that up. Or you're out the fucking house.
Yeah, just watch this one.
I'm sure I've seen him before, yeah.